Hello creation, hope you're well. I've this was written on the 20th of March 2021, so we're 4.5 years ago. I forget, round about that time it was the pandemic. Anyway, it's called Parchment Fulfilled, and it's in essence meaning that a pre-incarnation contract had been fulfilled. The soul, my soul, at that time had to learn a lesson, a harsh lesson. And it was through affairs of the heart, which is, is a biggie, isn't it? Anyway, I'll talk about it afterwards. But so it's called Parchment Fulfilled. Had to bear this feeling of hurt. Cold act of yours put me in the dirt. Crushed the soul and killed the smile. Left a taste in the mouth exceeding the vile. I saw you. You were real. Never knew how deep this pure love could feel, but I saw you. You were so real, but you were the maiden, much colder than steel. Why do I write? To cleanse all the pain. When I think that it's done, it starts over again. But I saw you. You were real. I never knew how deep this pure love could feel, but I saw you. Within the heart, with parchment fulfilled. It was doomed from the start. In life, we must learn through the love and the loss. We must gather ourselves before gather the stock. For to lead, one must strengthen in mind, body and soul. We must clear out the clutter before reaching our goal. But I saw you. You were real. Never knew how deep this pure love could feel, but I saw you. You were so real, but you were the maiden, much colder than steel. It was, I will add to that yes, we all have lessons to learn, and we grow through our experiences, our loves, our losses. Might not be the way in which we want things to go sometimes, but it can take a long time further down the line until we actually see, or are prepared to see, the value, the worth that was brought to the table, so to speak, of that individual. And sometimes the harshest of lessons really must be taught through loss, or unfortunately, should I say, are taught by experiencing loss. At that time, there was a connection on such a deep level, a spiritual level, with experiences shared that were just solely spirit. It was an expression of, as I perceived it to be, the divine. between the yin and the yang. After, you know, the way in which that short experience, because it didn't last that long, that experience, after that came to an end, with the pain that I was feeling, I actually sat and waited for quite a long time, actually, because it was so unjust. And I waited for an apology. I was just thinking, you know, any decent human being would apologise, would knock on the door and apologise, or would put a letter or send a message of some sort, you know. What right did I have to expect anything, or what right do I have to expect anything of anybody? The individual in question came into my life to answer the call that my soul had put out there for this soul within this body to learn and move on, to learn that of which it had not been learning from. I've been stuck in that cycle. So I was wrapped up in illusion that somebody owed me something. Nobody owes you anything. Anybody comes into your life, they come into your life because the soul, for whatever it's got to experience, has put that out there to call in those others who are there to help you learn the lessons, as fucking harsh as they can be. That broke me, but I needed breaking because I had broken others, and I'm not proud of how I used to be, but I fully accept how I used to be, and I fully accept that I broke others' hearts. I fully accept that I've been many different versions in life, and I fully accept all of those versions for the lessons that they taught me. And I fully accept also that I would not have just been the pupil but the teacher. We can be too harsh on ourselves. We can be too harsh on others with our expectance of others. We can be too harsh to judge. And that comes back to being able to disassociate once more, step out of a situation and look at it from a higher perspective. Sometimes that can take a long time for us to get to that stage in life, in awareness. And I just want to say that everybody who's ever been in my life, who's taught me a lesson in whichever way, shape or form, I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my soul for the lessons, regardless of how harsh they have been, because I see them for what they are, and that is, you really have been teachers for me and helped me to establish my boundaries and all the rest of it, you know, when to erect barriers and what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and to gain those valued traits which I now have, characteristics which I now have. So thank you. That's it for today. Take care.